This little book reveals awesome discoveries in God's Word that simply defy any natural explanation. As you read, you will be stunned by the mysterious connection between the Book of Esther, written over 2,500 years ago, and the Nuremberg trials of Nazi war criminals in 1946. Read on and you will discover God's favourite number hidden mathematically within the Hebrew text, proving a divine hand behind the authorship of the Bible. Read on and wonder at the hidden message within the very name of God. See God's perfect maths played out in the rebirth of Israel in 1948. What do the Bible codes reveal concerning the Messiah? And who was it really on the cross of Calvary? These incredible discoveries and more point to the only conclusion possible. The Bible was authored from beyond our planet, beyond our solar system, beyond our universe, and even beyond time. It originated in eternity, and it sprang from the very heart and mind of God. I warmly recommend you to get my latest little book, God's Amazing Word. Available now from Amazon. Thank you so much for your time, and God bless you. Every Christian is looking forward to the return of Jesus Christ in an event called the Rapture. But what is the Rapture? When did Jesus say it would happen? When did Paul say it would take place? And what clues did the ancient Hebrew prophets such as Isaiah, Joel, Amos and Malachi say about the end times that agreed with the words of Jesus regarding the timing of the rapture? And what about the early church fathers? Some of them were the disciples of the disciples. What did they say about the Antichrist and the return of Jesus? Will the final 7 years be the day of the Lord, also known as the wrath of God? And immediately after Jesus' death and resurrection and ascension, when did the early church believe he would return? All these questions and more are answered in my new book, The Rapture. I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching, and God bless you. This book of 191 pages and illustrations will shock many people. Following on from my best-selling book, Antichrist, the Vatican and the Great Deception, we further lift the curtain on amazing prophetic events that are taking place today as Israel prepares to build the third temple. Events about which many Christians are totally unaware. Discussions have been held between the Jewish Sanhedrin and prominent Muslims regarding the building and future location of the third temple. Amazingly, the Sanhedrin likened the Islamic Messiah figure, the Mahdi, to their view of the Jewish Messiah, whose appearance they say is imminent. The building plans for the third temple in Jerusalem have already been prepared. The priests are already in training. The instruments have been created for their use in the coming temple rituals. But where is the Ark of the Covenant? Did the prophet Jeremiah hide it 2,500 years ago, and in recent years has its location been discovered and kept secret until the temple is built? However, the prophets warned Antichrist is coming and he will desecrate the new temple. This book also reveals the area from which many of the early church fathers believed Antichrist will arise. Just how close are we to his appearance and the return of Jesus Christ? The building of the temple in Jerusalem and the arrival of the Antichrist may be much closer than many of us believe. How can we be sure that we are in the last days before Jesus Christ returns to earth? This book reveals 10 major prophecies all due to take place in the last days. 10 stunning predictions uttered thousands of years ago that are openly manifesting before us now, having never occurred before in history. God is warning planet Earth through these unprecedented events. But are we listening? We ignore them at our peril. This book has 74 pages with illustrations. The Bible, the Book of Enoch, and other ancient texts speak of the giants that ruled the earth many years ago, the Nephilim, the Titans, and so on. Were they real, or are the stories a vehicle we can use to entertain and scare children? Did all traces of the giants of long ago vanish as new civilizations rose and fell, burying the graves and the memories of the giants further below the surface? America is, relatively speaking, a new country. As the settlers moved westward and dug into the soil, did they discover the remains of the giants that once ruled the land before the settlers and even the Native American Indians arrived? This book presents reports from eyewitnesses who, as they planted crops and built their homes, discovered something they never expected or dreamed of finding: the remains of a race of gigantic humans who ruled the land long before they ever set foot on the continent.